I'm 29 years old and my now 31-year-old ex-girlfriend and I were together for 5.5 years in what I thought was a happy relationship. We went on a trip to England about 2 months ago, after which she started to show strange behavior. She went out a lot more often than before, started sleeping over at her friend's house when she never used to do that before, and just in general was not that involved with me anymore. As I thought we were happy, I didn't think much of it besides the fact that she wore perfume to visit a friend's house, which seemed odd, but even then it didn't cross my mind that she might have been cheating. 2 weeks ago she came home and was extremely silent and unresponsive, after which I asked what was wrong and why she was being silent. She started crying and told me that she felt unhappy about how we never went out that much anymore or made love that often. She was right about the fact that our relationship after 5 years wasn't all as exciting anymore as it was in the start, with us just going to work, going home, watching a movie, occasionally going to a restaurant or having a drink maybe once every 2 weeks or so. After graduating college, I became someone who preferred to stay home rather than go out that much. She did not. After this event, she decided she needed some time to think about everything and told me she would stay over at her parents' house for the time being. I acknowledged my wrongdoings in not giving her that much attention and dedication over the past year or so. I wanted to make her feel happy and wanted again, which she liked, and after a few days, she invited me over to her parents' house for dinner. We hugged a lot and kissed each other like everything was well again, except that she didn't want to come home yet. The next day she ignores me the whole day, not responding to my texts, being unresponsive again. Her cell phone was off when I called, so I contacted her parents asking if she was with them and why she didn't respond to me. Not being at her parents' home, they called her asking the same thing. Then immediately after this, she calls and without any emotion asks what's going on. I asked why she's ignoring me, and she responded,
"Can we do this later? I'm out with some friends right now."
To which I got angry and put down the phone without replying. Later that night, without hearing anything of her, I sent a long text in which I essentially ended our relationship. She responds in an extremely uninterested way, accepting it. That's when a photo popped up on Facebook. It was her with some of her friends and a few guys I have never seen before in my life. She had her arm around the shoulders of a child I didn't know, so I started snooping around who she was, the child of a guy in the picture. I visited his profile and saw every picture of him, and every post of his was liked by my girlfriend. I immediately knew what was going on. I asked her to come over the next day to talk about everything that had been going on and confronted her. She started crying and told me that she was indeed cheating on me with him all this time. I got angry and asked her how she could ruin our relationship like that and how she threw all of what we had away for this, and asked her to leave. Now, 3 days later, I'm devastated. I can't handle the fact that she could do this to me. She seemed so kind and loving to me 2 weeks ago, and now she's so cold and emotionless. My life got completely turned around in the matter of 2 small weeks. The fact that I didn't suspect a thing and that she kept kissing and hugging me like nothing was wrong while she was occasionally meeting up and having sex with a guy 10 years older than her just absolutely baffles me. Like she is a completely different person to what I thought she was. It's extremely hard for me to focus on other things, and as we got a home together, everything in it reminds me of her and all the memories we had while she's over at that guy's house being happy and careless, probably getting bombarded with early relationship love and care. I'm sitting here, crying, hysterical, and just molding away at my computer, being lonely and confused.